All right, Eric and Freda, here's the thing. All right, today's stuff is super easy. Last night we were talking about proportions. We have one fraction equals another fraction, all right? Okay. Today, though, we don't have that. We've actually got a whole number on one side. Here, let me get the marker straight. I got a whole number here, right? I've got another fraction here. I got a fraction here and a fraction there. All right, I got fractions all over the place. And one of the things that I need to do is I need to make sure, well, I want to get rid of the fractions because that's what simplifies it for me. Okay? So today what I want us to concentrate on is what we can do on both sides of this equal sign to get rid of the fractions, make this a lot simpler. And here's what we do. I'm going to look at all of my denominators, 2, 4, and 6. Okay? Can you think of a number that all of them go into, Alexander?
12.
They all go into 12. So what that tells me, Alexander, is I need to multiply both sides of this equation by 12. Now I'm going to write this a little bit bigger. I've got x minus 3x over 2 is equal to 3x over 4 minus 5 over 6. And Alexander said, you know what? We want to multiply this side by 12, which means I'm going to have to distribute it in. And I want to multiply this side by 12. Okay? Now, when I multiply this first side by 12, I'm going to get 12 times x is 12x, right? Then I'm going to distribute the 12 to the other term, and I'm going to get 12 times 3x is equal to 36x. It's minus 36x over 2. We'll simplify that in just a minute, okay? Because we can do that. 36 over 2 is going to give us 18, but we'll get there in a second. We want to take one step at a time. Now let's distribute on the other side. I'm going to get 12 times 3x. That's going to give me 30 equals 36x over 4 minus, when I distribute it to this fraction, I'm going to get 60 over 6. Okay? Everybody see how that got distributed in there? Now once you do this 1,000 times, you can start canceling before you can minimize the work that you're doing. But when I'm showing you here on YouTube and going out to the whole world, hey world, right? When I'm doing that, I want to make sure that all the steps are up there. Okay? So now let's reduce and simplify this stuff. That's going to give us, this first one's just 12x minus, this reduces to 18x equals, this reduces to 9x, and this reduces to minus 10. Fractions are gone. We like that. Now we can simplify some more, Joe. Minus 6x, I can simplify these two. 12x and minus 18x and minus 6x is equal to 9x minus 10. Then I'm going to subtract the 9x from both sides, get the x's together just like Joseph was saying. That's going to give me minus 15x equals negative 10. Then I'm going to divide by negative 15 to get the x by itself. And that's going to give me x is equal to positive 2/3. Because a negative over a negative is positive, and then I reduce 10 over 15, and I get 2/3. So x equals 2/3 for this one. Can I check it? Sure, I could plug it back in and check it if I wanted to. I'm not going to here. But if you were on a quiz, you wanted to make sure you got it right and you had time, you can plug it back in and see if it's a true statement. All right? Yeah, CC. Why don't I change the denominator when I do what? You mean why don't I reduce this right away? Well, this is 12 over 1, isn't it? And when I multiply, it's 12 times 3 and 1 times 2, right? Because I'm multiplying by a whole number. Okay? All right. Good job, guys. Let's look at the second example.